The State Security Services, SSS, may soon carry out a massive deployment of some of its personnel serving across Nigeria, Punch reports. The deployment of SSS follows the recent sack of its former Director General, Lawal Dora, after an invasion of operatives of the Secret Service at the National Assembly. Sources said the expected transfer would affect some state directors and those said to be manning some strategic positions. The sources said the transfer may take place as soon as President Muhammadu Buhari, who is currently on a vacation in London, resumes work. The president's return to Nigeria will also determine the fate of the already serving acting DG of the agency Matthew Ciifa, who was appointed by the acting president Yemi Osinbajo. Although Dora is yet to officially hand over to Ciifa, the source said it is believed that some state governors have allegedly compromised some state directors of the SSS. One of the sources said it was impossible for the federal government to allow such directors to continue serving in these states ahead of the 2019 general elections. The source said, naturally, the leadership of the agency has to appraise the operational readiness of each state for the elections. Then, it will also look at the time a particular director has stayed in a state and check the criminal record under such officer when he arrived there. These are factors that will also play some roles in whether he would stay or not. You also know that the police high command, even in the eve of an election, changes its commissioner of police in states. So, we could also do that, but the action may either not be publicized or carried out at such short notice, the source noted. Also, some top politicians of the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, is said to have been taken into consideration while considering the transfer in the agency. A source said, some politicians believe that their state governors have compromised the directors of the agency in their states and have turned them against them, the politicians. While the DSS is not like police where commissioners of police in states are politically exposed, we may have to look into such complaints if they are valid. Don't also forget that he who plays the piper, calls the tune. It was also gathered that the acting DG of the secret police is said to be eagerly waiting for the arrival of President Buhari, who would either confirm his appointment or not. Currently working towards stabilizing operation at the agency, Ciifa, is due for retirement in July 2019. Another source raising the issue of the state of origin of the acting DG of the SSS said Ciifa's appointment has angered some operatives at the agency. A presidential source is said to have added that Ciifa's Bayelsa origin could be an asset to the acting DG. The source said, there are two sides to the coin. Can government trust such a man because of where he hails from and the politics there? Will he be totally loyal to the federal government and President Buhari? Yes, his state of origin and background could also be the needed credibility that will help the government. Whatever be the case, the president will determine who will occupy the office when he returns to his desk on Monday, the source noted. Meanwhile, we previously reported that Ciifa was confirmed as the person to take over as acting DG of DSS. Ciifa, who hails from Bayelsa State, had earlier served as the director of the Institute of Security Studies, ISS, before he was moved to the DSS headquarters.